Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best and downright insulting most of the time. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo. Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, if it's too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the dream. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Merry Christmas, friends.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, friends.
Happy holidays.
You hear that? It's a live packed house here. It's Sweet Leaf and Festus.
It is. Mike, how about number 2 on the DMX there? Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, sentient artificial intelligence, to the Sweet Leaf Studios, where the Earth is flat, Donald Trump was reelected, and the 2021 World Fisting Championships are taking place, and one of those things is true.
Which one is it? Which one is it? You guys don't know. We're fisted people here. You guys saw it in back. That's why we had the tarps down. That's what the tarps were for. Guys, thank you for coming out here. Thanks to everybody at home. We just wanted to bring a little laughs to everybody for the season. And it's Christmas. It's the holidays. It always gets me feeling real good, warm, and special. And my pants mainly. I don't want to steal all the jokes beforehand. You know what I mean? I don't want to steal all the laughs before all the real comedians come out here. There we go. Now it's ruckus in here. It's fucking ruckus crowd. Thank you. That's all I can say from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to Max Payne for helping us put this on. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight.
Max Pryce.
I did it again. Max Payne. He's awesome. Video game. Max Pryce. It was pretty good though. It was a good video game. It obviously stuck in my craw. The baby crying thing, that was weird. We do a show in the mornings every once in a while. You guys can check that out. This is our Monday night show. We wanted to get a little weird tonight, so we thought let's put on a comedy show in the back of a head shop.
Why not?
So let's get to the real talent here. Meredith Hopping is the one who is going to take charge of this thing and lead us down the laugh tunnel, where we're gonna have a lot of laughs.
We're gonna have a lot of laughs, and there's some skits in between, some really well thought out, well written skits.
Buddy, the skits are gonna fuck you guys up. I just want to say that. I'm just gonna say it right now. All right, so please give a warm welcome for Meredith Hopping. Max Pryce.
This is what comics do. Okay, thank you. Give those guys a hand. I'll go ahead and raise this. Maybe I won't raise it. All right, that's fine. Thank you guys so much for having us out. I know I'm kind of on the periphery of this Hoosier Sophisticate Facebook group, but what I know so much about this group is that they are constantly helping people and are just amazing in their generosity. And so for us sad comedians that have been out of work because of this virus, we appreciate you for having pity on us. I was also really excited because I finally get to do some of my pot stuff because I knew this crowd would like it. I told Max that, and he was like, "You are so white," and I was like, I am. Turns out it's not a choice. So because I am in the middle of a custody case, we're just going to say that anything I talk about took place in Illinois or Colorado, okay? Let's agree on that. The first time I ever tried an edible, I was in Colorado, legitimately. We were in Fort Collins doing brewery tours, and I had just had my son 4 months ago, and I was breastfeeding. So I was like, well, I got to research, like, how much can I have while breastfeeding? And everything I read said, no, just kind of do it like you would take a drink. The biggest risk is rolling over and suffocating your baby because you get too high. And so I thought, okay, that's the only thing I have to make sure I don't do. And so I take the first edible, and I had never had any pot ever. And my ex-husband had. And so he was supposed to guide me through this. And I was like, I'm not feeling anything, like everyone does the first time they have an edible. And he said, okay, go ahead and take another one. So I did. And then I'm nursing the baby down, and it all hits all at once. And I start screaming at the top of my lungs, I will not roll over on my baby. I will not. I did get a little bit better about it. And 2020, I thought I hit my darkest point of it in January, because that's when I finalized my divorce. Normally that gets applause. Are we not a pro-divorce crowd here? Thank you. you. Thank you for the applause. And so I thought that was the low point. Then the pandemic hit, and I thought maybe that was the low point. Turns out my low point was after I smoked a bong for the first time. I ended up in the Jack in the Box drive-thru, and I think I woke up on the first honk. It happens to the best of us. I then woke up the next morning with an unopened Jack in the Box cheesecake next to me in the bed. So that's what happens. I did finalize my divorce in January, and I was really stressed out because I didn't know if I was going to have intimacy with a man on Valentine's Day or not. And I was at my day job, and I don't want to give it away, but it rhymes with Starbucks. And I was going in to mop the bathroom floors, and someone had forgotten to lock the doors. And I don't know if you've ever experienced the kind of intimacy that occurs when you lock eyes with a man who's taken a dump and has no place to go and nowhere to hide, but it's intimate. It takes some couples years, right, to get to that level of intimacy. Had I known what was going to happen, I should have leaned in and we could have quarantined together. I did get rear-ended on Valentine's Day. But it was on 70. It wasn't the way I wanted. And what's important to know about me at this point is that I'm the granddaughter, daughter, and now ex-wife of pastors. And so I realized when I got rear-ended in the car, I have not been specific enough with my prayer requests. I really, really need to clarify. A lot of people ask if I saw the divorce coming, and there were some red flags. Us ladies like to ignore red flags. For example, when I met him, he had both a soul patch and a faux hawk. Yeah, it was 2003, but still, I should have had some inkling. Another reason is because this happened, and I think this group probably knows this little bit of information already, but when a woman gives birth, she also poops. Yeah, they poop. We poop. I pooped. Yeah. Aren't women amazing? The most miraculous thing in the world, bringing forth life. And at the same time, we poop. A man could never do that. Men poop. That's it. It's even in the Bible, okay? In the beginning, God created man, and he could only poop. Therefore, God said, "This pooper is not super. While he is alone, I'll give to him a birthing queen to share his earthly throne." Now, see what I did there? Not that God has a British accent, because duh, we know that. But thrown in toilet, it's like a dad joke. But I'm not a dad. So we poop, but we don't really notice that we're doing it. And so we had been home from the hospital for about a week, and I turned to my then husband and I said, "Honey, did I poop?" And he said, "Yes, you did. And it was one of the most organic, goddess-like things you've ever done. And just thinking about it is making me want to make love to you right now." That's not what he said. What he said was, "Yeah, you did. Your butthole turned inside out, and it looked like one of those little chocolate donuts." Yeah. So that was thrilling because I've been 6 feet tall since the 7th grade. I've worn size 13 shoes since the 9th grade. I've always wanted to be referred to as little. And I finally am, just the love of my life, telling me that I have a little butthole. That I'm an Amazon with a donut hole. So that was great. I did, though, even though, all the church trauma, some of the best of us have church trauma, I still consider myself a Christian, and I think it's because I love rules, I love tangible ways of knowing what I've done right and what I've done wrong. So my biggest pet peeve is when I get in trouble and I don't know that I've done anything wrong. So freshman year of college, like a good little Christian girl, I didn't drink at all first semester. So she got it. Second semester, I decided I needed some liquid courage to try to talk to the boys. So I would go to Taco Bell, order a large Mountain Dew Code Red, drink half half of it and then fill it back up with Skol vodka, because I've always been a really classy lady. So one night I was on my way back from a theater party, lit, I know, and my roommate met me at the door and she said, "Meredith, I know what you did." And I said, What'd I do? And you got to picture me standing there with my silver jeans and my dashboard confessional t-shirt and my hemp necklace, because we're not really sure who we are yet at that point in life. And she says, "Meredith, I know that you dance sexy with my ex-boyfriend." And here's the thing. Here's how I know she was wrong, because even now, as a 37-year-old divorced mother of 3, my dancing sexy hasn't changed. You know, it's still the exact same thing. And if y'all give me a little bit of encouragement, I might just give you a taste. Yeah? If I'm feeling especially sexy, I like to do a kick. That's also why I like to wear the jumpsuits, because jumping back into the dating scene, who needs a chastity belt when you've got a chastity jumpsuit? Because there's no sexy way to take one of these off. There just isn't. And let's be honest, I don't want a chastity belt, because all that got me the first time was a urinary tract infection on my honeymoon. So we don't need to repeat that again. I am back in the dating scene. Ooh, a lot has changed in the last 18 years, guys, about the dating world. Things like sexting and sending nudes are just regular occurrences, and texting didn't even exist when my ex-husband and I got together. And so the closest I'd ever come to sexting was I was a freshman in high school, and I was on AOL Instant Messenger, or AIM if you're hip to it. And I was chatting with a junior in high school who was on the soccer team and in the marching band, but we're going to focus on soccer team. And he messaged me one Saturday morning and said, "Hey, I got some morning wood you could help me out with." And I replied very quickly, "Ooh, you like to do carpentry projects?" Only here's the thing, I wasn't witty and great at flirting. I was just genuinely excited that this young man wanted to make things out of wood, like Jesus, which he did, just not like Jesus. So I thought, I've got to do it. I've just got to try the sexting thing. So there was a guy that I was flirting with, another 36-year-old. And so we were, of course, discussing genealogy, because you got to know what you're getting yourself into this late in the game. And he said, ways down the line, I'm actually related to John Smith. And I said, "Oh, that's really neat." And he said, "Is it? Because I don't know if he gave Pocahontas much of a choice." And that's when I knew I had to seize my opportunity. And I texted him back and I said, "Well, I do a pretty mean Colors of the Wind at karaoke. So I could do that tonight. And then we could go back to your place and you could give me no choice." Guys, that's not good. My first attempt at sexting included a Disney movie, right? Rape, and the population decline of the indigenous peoples due to European colonization. I am not as woke as I thought I was. I'm not at all. I also tried another guy that I was seeing was like, "I really need you to text me that what you want is for me to come on your face." So I was like, okay, I will do that. Problem is, my phone auto-corrected that to E.E. Cummings, because I text more about poetry by dead men than I do about sexual acts. So he did not ever E.E. Cummings on my face, and that relationship ended. So I did, in fact, meet a guy, though, on the apps, and I was so stressed about what to put in my profile. Like, what do you put out there? And my friend said, "Meredith, you got to put what makes you unique, what special skills you have." And I thought, okay, well, I can turn any license plate into something biblical. And I also don't have a gag reflex. And I think in the world of dating, those are like pretty equal, as far as what men are looking for. I don't have a gag reflex because I was born without a soft palate. And in the 3rd grade, I had skin grafted from the back of my throat to create a faux one. And found out during that I can sing opera. So my parents are really thrilled that I get on stage and talk about my butthole instead. It's been interesting during quarantine. I've gotten closer with my mom, and so the first time I got to see her in person, she said, "Meredith, I've got to tell you something really important." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Your dad and I did some of the more invasive genetic testing. And so we know that I do have that other breast cancer gene, so you're going to get it. But the good news is your dad is autistic." Okay. I should have been devastated that I'm going to get breast cancer, but knowing that all the emotional distance between my father and I during puberty wasn't my fault, that's priceless. It's amazing. So now in order to make up, they heard me do that joke on a Zoom show, and my mom texted me later and was like, "Your dad's feelings are really hurt about the autism joke," which means her feelings are really hurt. So could you instead say that he's got Asperger's and he's in Mensa? And I said, "No, but I can tell every show after this one that you asked me to." And that's what I've been doing. So in order to make up for the autism joke, I always do this now to prove that, yes, I indeed can sing opera. And also all about the side hustle. So if you have any COVID-related deaths or weddings, I'm available to sing. Ave Maria. So yeah. I'm available for the side hustle. But I also, besides that, can make a really great motorcycle noise. And I only like to do the motorcycle noise if the entire crowd sings "Leader of the Pack." So do you guys know that? Because we're a majoritively white audience. So I'm not expecting anything by way of rhythm, but yes. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3, and you guys are going to sing "Leader of the Pack," okay? 1, 2, 3. Leader of the Pack. Yeah, right. And up until very recently, I was like, why am I still single on these apps? I legitimately did meet a guy who makes things out of wood. He brought a little wooden spoon he had carved on our first date. Turns out that's all you need to get into my pants is a little wooden spoon. It is stressful though, right? Getting back into the dating scene. He did meet my parents at Thanksgiving, and so then we were like, "Oh, as we come back, we'll go cut down a Christmas tree," and that's something I've never done, and we were so excited. And we were also playing music that meant something to us as we drove, and that's a more dangerous thing than y'all might think. We played a little contemporary Christian, Awesome God, a little Phil Collins. He was like, "Oh, I really like this Common song." Plays the Common song, and he's like, "Do you know what this is about?" And I was like, "No, I'm hoping he's talking about his wife." No, it turns out it was about a threesome. And so I just start crying, thinking that this man that I've just introduced to my parents is now asking me to have a threesome by way of a Common song. We didn't end up getting a Christmas tree because I just cried in the parking lot until they closed. So that can happen sometimes, and that's not fun. But he made us a Christmas tree out of wood anyway, so it was fine. So when I was still married, I would get really uncomfortable because I thought that you were supposed to stop being attracted to other people whenever you got married, that it just like flipped off like a light switch, especially when you lost your virginity on your wedding night in the Radisson Hotel Suite in Normal, Illinois, where Harry Connick Jr. always stays when he plays there. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. So it would always happen to me at the most inopportune times. I was at Trader Joe's one day, and there he was, a clerk at the checkout, great hair, great hoodie, definitely in a band, you know. Probably not the lead singer, but at least the bass player. And so I get up there, and I'm trying to not act awkward around him, when I look down and realize he's missing a hand. And I think, oh no, this guy thinks I'm acting weird because he's missing a hand, not because I'm attracted to him. And I thought, how do I show him that it's not because he's missing a hand? And so I thought, I know what I have to do. And I looked him dead in both eyes because he had two of those. And I just started doing this. And said, hey, do you know how to make things out of wood? So thank you so much, everyone. I am Meredith Hopping. That is my time. I believe we are going to be welcomed by one of my favorite comics in the area. He is known as the hot dad of the St. Louis comedy scene. Will you please give a warm welcome to Will O'Donnell?
Give it up for St. Louis's hot mama, Meredith. Let her hear it. What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. Hello. How about for a round of applause for Steven and Craig, my favorite guys? Huh? I partied with those guys one time, and I passed out, and they drew penises all over my face. So I got them back. I waited till they passed out, and I drew faces all over their penises. So I feel like I got them pretty good. Oh. Well, it's good to be here amongst you good people. I don't know. I feel like this is the perfect group for me to talk to because I don't know how to talk to my kids about drugs, you guys. Like, how do I look my teenage daughter in the eye and tell her that drugs are amazing? Like, I don't. She was going into high school. She was like, Dad, a lot of my friends are smoking weed. Should I? And I was just like, why? Do you have some? Or you have to tell your dad if you're holding, princess. That's the rules. Daddy's grinding stems, baby doll. I feel like we can work something out here. I don't know how to tell her that drugs open up your mind. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be closed-minded about meth. I don't know. I don't know if this is really the meth kind of vibe, kind of room or not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I haven't actually tried meth yet, but same reason a lot of you guys probably haven't tried it. Those Faces of Meth posters, you remember those? And I would see those and be like, how could you do that? How could you throw your whole life away for speed? How good could it be? And then I tried some of my nephew's Adderall, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like, I'm not going to blow my house up trying to cook the shit, but I'm less judgmental when someone does. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, I don't know how many push-ups a day you guys are doing, but you can do a couple fucking more. Trust me. Turn up the amperage just a tad is what I'm trying to... And I know it's not exactly the same. Like, if I want meth, I got to go to a trailer and see some old boy named Dusty, right? But if I want Adderall, I just go to an elementary school, see a kid named Aiden. I don't know if you guys know Aiden, but he's got the fucking hookup. You understand me? Aiden will take a fucking... He won't take his meds, but he will take cash, all right? You understand me? Like, cash, a case of Capri Suns, Aiden will hit you back, all right? It's... I don't know. I am a dad, though, like I said, and my wife's a mom. Like, I was a dad, and she was a mom when we met, which I required. Like, as a single dad, I needed a woman who'd already been broken by life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understood each other on a higher level. You know what I mean? It was like, how was your day? It was a fucking nightmare. How was yours? It was terrible. Do you want to have sex about it? Yes, I do. Yes. I'm going to slam this beer and I'm going to slam that ass. All right, that's what I'm going to do. That was our first date, and it was true love after that. So I don't know. I think she did have to be a mom, though, because, like, I did the Tinder thing, like Meredith said. I did that for a while. And like being a dad, like the women without kids, they had too many demands. They would be like, must go to the gym a minimum of every day, must love dogs and hate cats, must love carriage rides and apple picking and wineries. And I'm just like, brip, 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 I'm a dad. I'll change your oil and try not to hit your kid. Okay, that's... I'm exhausted after that. I got dad shit to do. You understand? Like this is... You give me a good mom, she still has demands, but they've come down to my level. You know what I'm saying? She's like, must have a job, must have a car, and that's it, basically. Just, honestly, I need somebody to hit my kid, okay? Aiden is out of control. I'm so glad. I'm so tired of being asked to donate to charity at the cash register everywhere I go. You know what I'm talking about? I don't mind being asked for charity, but at the cash register, you know what I mean? Would you like to donate $1 to children with diabetes? It's like, first of all, don't ask me that in front of all these fucking people, okay? That's not fair. Do I want to donate $1 to children with diabetes? Do you want to donate $1 to children with a broke father? I got 2 baby girls waiting outside in the O2 Civic, and they both wear braces. Don't come at me with that shit, all right? I had to stiff past the Girl Scouts just to get in here. At least they have something to sell, right? I understand you're collecting money for a good cause, but these are hard times, all right? I got to spend every dollar I have on me and mine, right? I need every dime. Now give me a pack of cigarettes, all right? Shit, better get a couple scratch-offs, too. Let me get a couple of them. You got Tall Boys on sale. Let me get 4 Tall Boys. 2 Mega Millions and a pack of Decade Reds. So go ahead and bag it up. No, I don't want to round up, okay? It's cool, though. Like, I don't know, at least COVID made outdoor shopping malls make sense for the first time in my lifetime. Like, what's the point of those stupid things, right? They're like, hey, do you love shopping malls but hate heating and air conditioning? Come on out to Chesterfield, buddy. We got you covered. Technically, we got you uncovered, but you're still going to love it. All the same stores you know and love. You only thought you loved Old Navy before. Wait till you walk in with excessive crotch sweat. It's going to be amazing. Come check out Hot Topic with frozen boogers at the Outdoor Mall. Join us in the spring. We have Tornado Night at the Outdoor Mall. Stupid. But I don't know. I've been careful, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I'll wear a mask if you ask me, right? I'll wash my hands. I'll give you a fist bump instead of a handshake. But, like, if you guys pass another joint around, I'll put my mouth on it. You know what I mean? I got to live my life. You know what I mean? I got to make choices. I mean, like, I'll wipe it on my shirt, right? I'm not an idiot, right? I'll just hit that shit and be like, oh, shit, he just coughed. That's probably just the weed. It's just, it'll be fine. That's a good time to take a drink of beer. Thank you for that, sir. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, guys. And there was a cool, iconic American muscle car back then called the Pontiac Trans Am. Remember the Pontiac Trans Am? It was tough. It was sleek. Everybody loved that car. I was thinking, though, like if the Trans Am were to come out now, there's no way they would call it trans. You know, like right or wrong, I'm not putting anybody down, but let's face it, like that's a tough marketing meeting, right? That director's just like, God damn it, Larry. You know General Motors is all about inclusion, but we're not naming the fucking car trans, all right? You might as well call it the Chevy Monte Quirlo. It's just not gonna sell. Unless you guys think I'm some kind of reactionary. I think it's wonderful, right, that there's been progress on that front. And I've seen it. Like when I was 19, I was walking down the street with my bros, and I got hit on by a dude, right? And I was 19 and with my boys, so I felt the need to like do that macho bullshit thing where I pretend I'm mad because a dude hit on me. I'm about to turn 40. If a dude hit on me now, I would just be like, hey, man, Specifically, what do you like? Like what? Hey man, I don't crave cock, but I do crave compliments. Like what? I don't yearn for gaze, but I do yearn for praise. Give me some feedback, cowboy, is what I'm trying to. It's called progress, people. Okay, it starts here. I'm doing my part, all right? The point of that story is that I'm a great person. Okay, that's what we want you to take away. I don't know, guys. I don't believe in much anymore, but I still believe in Quick Trip, guys. Like, right? It's the only thing I say in my act that's a fuck yeah. And then this guy gets it, right? Quick Trip. I mean, the world seems to be falling apart, but Quick Trip is steady as a rock, right? Like, there's always, I think they're secretly run by the U.S. military. Like, I spent some time in the military. I think they send their people to boot camp, right? There's always one guy at the register, one mop on the floor, one doing sit-ups at all times. If they've got an extra guy, they've got his ass washing the parking lot, right? This poor kid's like, Sergeant, I stacked all the hot dog buns and did my 400 push-ups in my polo shirt. Is there anything else you need me to do? And he's like, yeah, dipshit, you can wash the fucking ground is what you can do, okay? Hey, if you don't like it, save the drama for your mama on Mobile on the Run, son. This is Quick Trip, all right? If you didn't want to be put through hell, you should join Shell. This is Quick Trip, all right? You want to stand around and give no fucks, you should join Hux. This is Quick Trip. And you get used to that Quick Trip hustle, and like you just can't go back to the civilian gas stations anymore, right? You walk in there like, what is this bullshit? What is this? Dust all over the packs of gum. That's a failed inspection right there. That's a failure. Can I get somebody with perfect posture to come clean that up, please? That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. If I want a shitty day, I'll go to Circle K. What are we doing here? This is nasty. This is... Even their gas pumps only ask you one question only. Receipt, yes or no. Let's go, yes or no. Tick-tock, pump your gas. Pump your gas and move your ass, motherfucker, yes or no. Ricky Tick, limp dick, yes or no. Let's... You walk in there when the line gets backed up, right? Get the Quick Trip mop guy. I heard him say spill. You're good, you're good. You ever been in a Quick Trip when the line gets backed up and you think it's going to take forever, and then that chief clerk's like, battle stations, and all the clerks come flying up to the front. The guy drops the mop. The guy comes in from the parking lot. There's some extra dude in the back you haven't seen yet, the reservist. And I don't know what the fuck they got him doing back there, but he's like field stripping a coffee maker blindfolded. You know what I mean? He's just battle stations. I got the next person in line over here, sir, ma'am. I got your next person in line, sir. I'm 38 people deep in line. I feel like I got to be on my shit now. I start yelling at people in line like they're in my damn platoon. Flanagan, Rodriguez, look alive. We're moving. Let's go. Let's go. Get those taquitos tight, Marines. Get them tight. Let's lock and load. Let's... Listen up. If one of you buys a lottery ticket and slides this line down, I will call in an airstrike on our position. This is Quick Trip. So glad you guys aren't Phillips 66 people. That might have got weird. I bought 3 lottery tickets on the way here. All right. Well... You're the reason that Meredith was late, dude. That's why Meredith was in line behind this gentleman. At fucking Hux, dude. At Hux, where we don't give no fucks. Fucking gal behind the counter was smoking a cig and shit, just chatting it up. A lot of chit-chat, you know what I mean? A lot of fucking chit-chat going on, and you're just like, what am I doing at the fucking Barnhart fucking come and go? This is some bullshit. Well, it's fun to be here partying and celebrating legal weed or whatever. We're celebrating like we got quasi legal weed in Missouri, which is exciting, right? But Illinois' got like full on legal weed, which is cool, right? Like, I mean, I haven't even been over yet. Like, I've got plenty, but like, it's nice to know if I want to pay way higher than black market plus a big tax on top of that, it's just an hour waiting line away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to know it's there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still getting used to it, right? Because, like, I've been smoking weed for years, but, like, I mean, no matter how comfortable I try and get with it, like, in the back of my mind, like, the SWAT team could kick in the fucking door. You know what I mean? Like, the fucking DARE officer came to school when we were in 5th grade, and he was like, marijuana is the same as heroin, and if you try it even one time, you will probably get AIDS. And that was my education on drugs, right? It was the 80s. Like, every other show was cops, like, killing drug dealers. Like, they would sink people's boats on prime time, and I'd be like, there were people on that boat. And they were like, they had weed, and that was it. That was it. Fast forward to 2020, and we're here now. It's better, right? It's better, but it's hard for me to get used to, right? Like, I went to Colorado, and that's where it was like just the store. You could buy anything, you know. They were like, we have tincture, we have oil, we have vapor, we have edibles, we have flour. And I didn't know shit. I was like, flour, what's that? And they're like, that's what we call what you smoke, flour. And that's the first time that I was like, ding, it's a flower. Like, that's the thing that they haven't let us have this whole time, right? And then state by state, like one state's like, come have all the flour you want. And every other state's like, where's the flour, motherfucker? You got that flour in here that helps you believe in God? No, I will kill you with a gun. What are you doing? What are you doing in here? Enjoying your imagination? Marveling at the mystery of existence? Fucking turn planet Earth off right fucking now. I will shoot you. You will stay drunk and abusive like a good American. This message brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. All rights reserved. I told that joke in Illinois to some old people, and they were like not too excited about they weren't that excited about their newly legal pot, you know what I mean? And I told them, I was like, guys, you're the first state where the legislature just did it. Every other state, the people voted on it. So if you didn't want it to become legal, I'm sorry, but you're officially less cool about weed than the Illinois fucking state legislature, all right? You're fucking more uptight than 97-year-old dudes named Orrin, all right? Fuck. All right. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story, and then I appreciate all your help tonight, sir. It's been great. It's you're fine. You're fine. I dig it. We're buddies. There's only like 9 people here. I have to like all of you. I can't afford to lose any of you guys. I'm just scanning your all's faces like, all right. Don't. If anybody looks at your phone, it's fucking 10% of the attention. I can't take it. You guys are great, though. All right. I'll tell you guys a story, and I'll go. My wife and I, when we first got married and bought a house together, we were in the kitchen having a drink, and it was nice and quiet. I have daughters, and she has sons. And our Bluetooth speaker on the countertop just comes on out of nowhere, turned all the way up to 11. And out of this Bluetooth speaker comes the sound of a couple enthusiastically enjoying each other. You got it? Like they were doing it. They were having sex. Okay, you follow me so far? There was vocal hot sex sounds coming out of the Bluetooth out of nowhere. I was as confused as I look at her, I look at the speaker, I look at her, I look at the speaker. I'm like, who's doing it in our Bluetooth, babe? Who is that? That sounds like, are we picking up some interference from the neighbors on the baby monitor? Or is that like, that sounds really good, actually. Like, that sounds nice. Like I would like to have some of that. As a matter, like, that sounds, wait a minute, that sounds too good. That sounds like porn. That's porn good. It's porn. That's how long it took me to work through it, and I was still confused. My wife figured it out in 1 second. She just walked over to the bottom of the stairs and yelled up, "Son, you're connected to the Bluetooth speaker." You follow me now, all right? Yeah, it's 2020. There's a new way to get caught by your mom watching porn. I did not know that. 17-year-old kid upstairs, and he just goes, so I guess you know what I'm watching? And she goes, yes, and we find it hilarious. Which I was like, damn, that's a cool mom way to be. Like, that was a nice way to, like, take the tension down a notch. That is not how my mom would have reacted, right? I don't know how she would have reacted. I also lived on the second story. I would have dove head first out the window. I'd just been like, I'm sorry, I love Jesus, I hate myself. broke my neck and died with honor. But my stepson, he came walking down the stairs, embarrassed, but a little indignant, right? He comes walking down the stairs, he goes, that's natural, that's natural, that's natural, that's natural, that's natural, that's natural. He said natural about 11 times. Honestly, every time he said the word natural, like my respect for him went up a little bit. Like part of me was like, tell her, dude, tell her. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I've never worked this out with my mom. Like, I don't even know where it goes. Keep pushing. I'm curious. And she, once again, just had the perfect mom comeback. She goes, it might be natural, but I don't want to hear it. And I was like, fuck, did you just improv that line off the top of your head? Like, if you locked me in a room all week, I couldn't have written something that good, and you just improvised that. That is so sexy. That's amazing. Let's have sex about that. And that should be the end of the story, but he looked at his mom and he goes, yeah, well, I don't want to hear it when you and him make the bed bounce. I said, look, son, that's natural. That's natural. That's natural. What could I do? He became my stepson in that moment, right? I stood up, I gave him a hug. I was like, come here. Send me that link, bro. Send me that link. I'll take you to Quick Trip. All right, guys, my name's Will. That's going to be my time. Thanks for coming out.
All right, keep it going for Will O'Donnell. And now for the two hottest dads in the county. Will you please? Yes, you are up. And yes. Or do you want Max to go? Okay. Oh. Haha. So funny.
I just thought you looked good and wanted to see a little more of that.
Steve, I'm so excited to spend the holidays with all of our friends.
I know, me too.
And I've been really looking forward to the holidays this year. We've accomplished a lot, I feel like. Families come together. We've made this relationship with Jason. It's evolved into this great little space where I want to do this more often. Let's get some comedians out here. They're slaying the night. But I'm just excited to... I did a lot of medicine work this year. I received a very special gift given to me by someone, and I wanted to pay it forward because of everything that you've been for me this year. So I thought maybe we could do our gift exchange tonight. Just the three of us.
I'm ready.
Does that sound pretty good to you guys?
We talked about it. It's going to be a fun thing. We're just going to do a fun thing, man.
So I got one for each you and Jason, and these were, they were bequeathed to me by an Amazonian medicine woman, and these were carved out of the Banisteriopsis copy vine.
Cool.
And they were handmade. They were handmade down in the Peruvian Amazon, and it's just something where I want you to be able to keep, anything sacred to you. I plan on keeping medicine in mine. This has been passed down through some very important, powerful healers, and so I got one for each you and Jason. Wow, so you guys can keep these.
Yeah, that is.
And
wow, that is incredible.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, man.
We don't have to do this.
That is awesome.
I know. I'll make some ceremony stuff in here.
Yeah.
Why don't you go next? Because I actually.
Can I?
Yeah, well, I would love. You got something? I wasn't expecting. I just wanted to gift you guys something cool.
I don't really. Yeah.
So
this is fun.
Jason, I feel like you've already given us so much.
Whatever. You guys really do a lot for everybody here
Oh,
and
shit.
across the state. You've been really busy.
We try.
We're proud of you, all you guys, right? Love them. Like, these guys are awesome. Yeah. So, you know.
Shucks, man.
Of course, I make stuff, and today I made a couple pieces. And,
Okay, I got it.
and I thought I'd get you guys a couple.
Dude, thank you so much,
It's something
man.
simple. There's nothing
Thank
special.
you so much, man. Oh my.
It's,
Yeah.
It's cash and
It's
and
money.
he blew a pipe.
And he blew a pipe and he wrapped it in money.
Jason, you give us no.
I insist. I want you guys to go get something nice for yourself for once. And right?
All right. I actually forgot my thing. I didn't.
No. Well, I thought you.
That's all
No.
right,
What do you?
Steve, we
That,
understand.
no, you're.
I actually forgot my thing. Amazon was weird this year.
No. What
Well,
are
what's
those?
that?
What are those?
Well, I wrote you guys a note, but it's stupid.
No, really. I mean, come on, man. It's in the holiday spirit. Come on, just give it up, bud. We got other comedians to get on stage.
Okay, here's this. That's something's coming for you guys too. It's a 2-part gift.
Okay.
It's a 2-part gift.
We figure that.
Just like an IOU.
Yeah, just read it.
It says, "Come." I bet you love it.
What does that one say?
Really? You really thought we were kidding you?
Thanks, bud.
You're
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thanks a bunch.
It's a 2-part gift. You guys ready for the next thing?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Max Pryce to the stage.
Hi, what's going on? I can't tell if that was like a legitimate terrible thing that just happened or not. All right. Welcome to Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. This is cool. I know this is a weed place, but I'm getting way more of an acid trip vibe. Whoever made this has definitely done DMT. I don't know what. Someone call Rogan. No, it's fun. I'm happy to be here, guys. Good to see you. I'll start telling you guys about myself. I'm a single father to a 5-year-old boy. My son's at the age now where I'm working on teaching him to be more independent, and by that I mean I just don't really watch him. Cool. Like 2 of you are on board. The rest are like, no, I think someone's called DCFS like right now. That's what we say. I'm like, it's just a joke, guys. No one needs to call it DCFS. I already tried that. They wouldn't take him. Yeah. Don't judge me. All right. Only God and DCFS can judge me. Okay. It's just tough, man. Being a parent's tough. You know, it's exhausting, all right? Sometimes you just need a break when you're taking care of your kid every Wednesday and 1 week in a month. It's not easy. It's a tough job, you know. I know I don't look like a dad. I get that a lot. People tell me that all the time. You don't look like a dad. Like, you mean I don't look like a good dad? Like, because that makes sense. Like, I don't look like a good dad. But basically what you're saying is I look like I only practice safe sex? Like, yo, I have tattoos on my face. Do you think I wear condoms? Like, I didn't protect this head. What makes you think I wear protection on the other? That's not how it works. I do enjoy being a parent, though. I love it. I don't care for other parents, though. The cliche phrases they like to use, like that one, when you become a parent, you'll understand. You ever hear that one? I hate that. When you become a parent, you'll understand. Because really, that's just some bitter, self-entitled parent's arrogant way of trying to tell a non-parent to grow up. That's basically what that phrase means, trying to tell a non-parent to grow up. And you know, who am I to tell anyone to grow up? Like, that's already a dumb thing to say, but like, what am I supposed to say? Like, what do I have that I could shove in anybody's face? What could I say? Like, yeah, you know what, maybe when you grow up and impregnate a girl out of wedlock and move in together way too soon because you buckled under the pressures of society's standards of what the right thing to do in that situation is, and you quickly begin to resent each other to the point of never being happy because you both quit college and gave up on your dreams so you could take on this challenge that neither of you were prepared for yet, till finally you decided it would be better to go ahead and just break up now and suffer through the pain of custody battles and nonstop arguing and financial stress and finding a new place to live and getting back into the dating scene with a kid now because you know at least at some point it'll be worth it. Yeah, maybe then you'll understand. It's not how it's supposed to work. Oh man, I love being a parent though. Being a single parent really is just a fine line between being a good parent and just wanting your kid to like you more than the other parent. That's the struggle. For instance, I don't tell my son that the presents I got him for Christmas came from Santa. I don't tell him Santa doesn't exist, but as far as he's concerned, at Daddy's house, his Christmas presents came from Daddy, and at Mommy's house, his presents came from Santa because Mommy didn't get him shit. Yeah. But that's her choice, though, you know? That's her choice. Why should I make him? I pay for his school supplies, his daycare, his food, clothes, shelter, all things he doesn't give two diddly shits about. But now that I'm finally buying him something he's going to love me for, I'm supposed to just relinquish all credit to some fucking welfare wizard? Hell no. We're going to have to make a little switcheroo, Santa. I'll put your name on the rent of the school supplies. I got him that Paw Patrol playset, all right? I did. He's going to love me for that. No, I do love being a parent, though, man. I love everything about being a parent, man. I love the accessories that come with it. Like the diaper bag. Yo, I wish someone had told me about the diaper bag a long time ago, man. My kid doesn't even need it anymore, and I still use it. That thing's like a Swiss Army purse that even dudes can wear. I put my phone in there, wallet, keys, charger, cigarettes. There's pockets on the side. I put snacks and beer in there. There's a sleeve on the other side. I put a book in there. I don't even read. I just don't want to waste the space. It's a great contraption. Hell, my kid doesn't even have to be around. I'll still use it. Worst case scenario, people just think I'm a bad parent who lost his kid. Fuck them. Let them judge. I'm doing my thing, you know? That sounds like a joke. I swear to God, I used it for quite a while. And I was hanging out with my buddies once using it, and one of my friends is a real bro-y guy. He's trying to make fun of me for it. He's like, oh, that's gay. You're wearing a purse. That's gay. You look like a pussy. To which I responded by doing nothing because I'm very anti-violence, which is a nice way of saying I've lost every fight I've ever been in. So he continued to make fun of me. But then, a couple hours later, he got a headache, and guess who keeps ibuprofen in one of the spare pockets of his diaper bag? Oh, Mr. Mom to the rescue. Who's laughing now, huh? Me, because I didn't give him any. Fuck him. He's being a bad friend. You gotta earn those privileges, okay? I have grandparents that live in this tiny rural town in southern Arkansas. And I love going down there to visit because I think the culture shock is hilarious. It puts perspective on things. Like, I completely understand the obsession with guns there. Because what else is there to do? You know, the country, I like the country, but it can be real boring, you know? Like it is bewildering to me that those backwoods regions are where the most meth is produced. Like, what do y'all need the energy for? You ain't got shit to do. You know? You can't fish faster. Like, what are you striving to accomplish with meth? Like, it's not going to work. One time I was driving down there, and as I was getting close, I got stuck behind a Chevy on the highway, and on the back of the truck was a sticker with the Chevy logo, and around it said, built with tools, not chopsticks, which is an oddly racist thing to say. Like, I assume that's their way of ragging on foreign cars, but if they're making cars with chopsticks over there, I am way more impressed with foreign cars than American-made cars. Are you kidding? Like, anyone can build a car with tools. I can't eat a bowl of noodles with chopsticks. And they're making sustainable transportation with them. That's incredible. So a little later, I ended up getting in the left lane to pass him up because his car was breaking down. And I looked through the window to see who was driving this thing, and the passenger side was a woman wearing a pink camouflage jacket. Ladies, what the hell is the point of a pink camouflage jacket? Like, isn't the whole point of camouflage to be in disguise? Like, what are you supposed to be, a vagina tree? Like, are you hunting for horny vegans or what? It doesn't make sense. No, that's ridiculous. We all know vegans can't eat pussy. They can only eat the bush. I didn't vet in veganism, all right? Just giving you the rules. You know? I love going to the country, though, man. I do. I love the way they talk. Oh, I could listen to two rednecks chat with each other for hours, man. That's entertainment. That's better than a TED Talk. It's a red talk. That's what I call it, man. I love it. Because you hear shit you would never get to hear in the city. Like, just the last time I was down there visiting, I got to overhear this little ditty at the local bowling alley down there that I was hanging out at. Two guys using the lane next to me, and I overhear one of them say to the other, he goes, hey, did you hear about that guy right over in Salem County the other day? Came home to find his wife cheating on him. Killed her with a crossbow. Already crazy. Then the other guy responds with, no shit. It ain't even bow season yet. Yo, that is hillbilly poetry. Are you kidding? Where is Jeff Foxworthy when you need him most? Like, if you are more concerned with the Hunting and Gaming Commission regulations and you want the laugh of a woman, you might be a redneck. It's amazing. I love it. No, there's charming qualities to those little rural towns, though, if you're white. But one thing I really do love about those small rural towns is everybody waves to each other when they drive past, whether they know you or not. You ever notice that about small towns? Yeah, I like that. I think that's nice and welcoming because no one does that in the city. We're all too busy pretending to look preoccupied at stoplights so we don't have to make eye contact with homeless people. Because everybody knows once they make eye contact, you're still not going to give them money, but now it's awkward and you're a bad person. So, you can't do that. I'm very happy with where I'm at in my life, guys. I'm very happy. For context, several years ago, I actually used to have a pretty severe drug addiction, or as I prefer to call it, supporting local. Yeah, they need our help too. I was also a coke dealer because I'm a people pleaser. And I did eventually get clean and quit selling, which I'm proud of. But I'm lucky I did that because odds are eventually I would have been caught, served a long prison sentence, which scares the shit out of me because I've been to jail multiple times, and I learned within a matter of hours that I'm way too high maintenance for all that bullshit. Like as soon as you put me in handcuffs, I turn into a basic white bitch who needs to speak to a manager immediately. All right, like I am just not having it. Okay. It's like my first time was just a book and release, okay? So upon getting checked in and processed, I'm immediately given that garbage bologna sandwich they give everyone to eat when you first get in there. Oh my God, that's a terrible sandwich. Like don't even ask my preference of bread. They just pompously assume I'm a big fan of stale white. It's like I didn't commit murder here, okay? Like, what's a non-violent offender got to do to get some pumpernickel? You know what I mean? So it's like now I'm in a bad mood. Plus, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When they first picked me up, I was on enough drugs to kill a small horse, okay? So my high ass still had the audacity to ask the officer on duty if he had any Dijon mustard for my sandwich. And cops are very calm and reasonable people. So he starts screaming at me. And I didn't want to get in trouble. I realized, that's probably what was going to do it for me. So I was like, officer, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I apologize. You're right. Regular yellow mustard will do just fine. Turns out they didn't have that either. Not a good time. But silver lining, here's a fun fact that I learned and utilized very quickly after getting out. You all can take this home with you. Did y'all know you can Yelp review jail? You sure can. Let me tell you, it's a great read. I highly suggest it. You're ever having a bad day, just Google St. Louis County jail reviews. Take a scroll through those. It'll brighten your day right up. You'll love it. I'll tell you some of my faves. One guy rated it 3 stars and said, the food's good, but the portions are small. Like, what are you, my mom at Chili's? What are you talking about? Some people rate it 5 stars. I don't know who's having a 5-star experience in jail. Like, you're just comparing it to the jails where you did get raped, or like, are you doing the rape? What's your basis here? What are you comparing it to? In case y'all are wondering what a petty motherfucker I am, please, I implore you, when you get home, Google St. Louis County jail reviews, comb through the 1-star reviews till you get to one by a Mr. Max Pryce that simply says, no Dijon mustard for my bologna sandwich. ... We'll probably still be back, though. And I was. I sure was. Oh, man. I'll tell you guys a little story about that. Again, that's a different time in my life, but I learned a lot from it. Like I was a speed addict, and you do a lot of dumb shit when that's your life, but it makes for some pretty interesting stories that you probably wouldn't hear from anyone else. Like the time that I went on a 3-day meth binge and then crashed while in the middle of a mosh pit. Yeah, that's a Boy Scout badge no one's trying to earn. But it's one I've got. Buddy and I went to Chicago to see the 35-year reunion of the original lineup of our favorite band, the Misfits. They were headlining a 3-day festival, so my buddy suggested we do a bender. Stellar idea, had a blast. We painted the town crystal. Problem was, we didn't ration well, okay, because it wasn't a very good batch. You got to do more to get high. So we ended up doing the last of it before we even went in on the final day. So instead of our original plan of having enough to get us through the festival, get all the way home before feeling like death, we fucked around and died on the third day. It was like a reverse Easter. It's like the resurrection of Christ played backwards. It was a couple of opposite day Jesuses. We were. Not to get off track, but you ever wonder like what kind of miracles Jesus would have performed on some good crank? Can you imagine just like a methed out Messiah running on water? Multiplying 5 grams whenever he runs out. Turning water into half-finished cigarettes from a stranger's ashtray. The fasting for 40 days is like no problem. Putting mud on people's eyes, but just so he can steal their wallets. You know, that's my kind of Jesus. That Jesus is more up my alley. So anyhoozle, like 4 hours before Misfits are going on, me and my buddy decide to save ourselves a spot up close because we're smart. We get up there, we're waiting, for all the bands to going on before them to get through, get off. And when we first got up there, my buddy also took a couple hits of LSD. All right. So 2 hours in, he's at the peak of his trip, tripping his balls off, and he turns to me and he's like, "Hey man, I got to go grab a beer." And I'm trying to tell him, like, people are already crowding in. I'm like, "Dude, you're tripping your balls off. This is already a tough spot to get to. There's no way you're going to make it." And he just so elegantly responds with, "Fuck that. I the tiger, bro," and jets off. As if sheer determination is going to just override the fact that his brain is steadily melting like a grilled cheese sandwich. But he's not giving Nicholas shit. He sets off like a conquistador on a mission, tripping balls like he's fucking Don Peyote. Needless to say, I didn't see him again. He never made it back. So now the show's getting ready to start, all right? I can feel my high wearing off. It's starting to feel really bad. It's not a good time. But show's getting ready to start. All the other bands around the place have ended. All the shows have ended, and they're getting ready to start. The people are packing in like crazy. I mean, it's getting tighter than Danzig trying to fit back into his 80s black leather pants. All right, it is real tight. It's the most cramped I've ever been at a concert. Like, I mean, this is no joke. Like, there's no exaggeration. Your only option for arm placement were this. You're either counting a field goal or praying that bulge of your hand just grace wasn't a dick. All right, that was all you had. I had a body squished on all 4 sides of me. All right, now the show starts and immediately people are attempting to mosh. And I say attempt because when you can't even pick your arms up enough to make a pushing motion, you more so just all move together like synchronized swimmers in one singular formation. Besides that, it was a great show. We're having a great time. But the end was when I crashed hard. And I don't know if you've ever come down from a 3-day tweak sesh, but it's an excruciating feeling to your body, all right? Because every terrible decision that I've made over that 3-day period of being high as dinosaur dick is being superseded by the sheer adrenaline and euphoria coursing through my body, just saving it up to receive all at once later on, like a picture Dorian Gray painting, all right? Everything from dehydration, no sleep, leg soreness from running all over the festival grounds, and a diet consisting nothing of meth or a daily single basket of mozzarella sticks, which we conveniently called our metharella sticks. Yeah, we had a great laugh about that all 3 days. It was very funny to us. I don't know. I guess you just had to be on meth. But anyways. So there's like 2 songs left. I feel like I'm about to faint. I'm like starting to panic. And I hear Danzig say that they've only got 2 songs left. I'm like, all right, I'm thinking I can make it through this. I just got to get through these 2 songs. But immediately as I have that thought, my legs just completely give out. They just say, deuces, we're having a bad time. We're out of here. All right. And everything else, the rest of my body's intact, but my legs just completely give out. They buckle, can't use them at all. But here's the thing. I was so squished up with all 4 bodies on the side of me that I didn't even hit the ground. I was propped up by the 4 bodies on each side of me. So I made it through 3 days of nonstop partying, then spent the last 2 songs of the entire festival getting Weekend at Bernie'd around the pit. So the show ends, and God bless him, the guy squishing me from the front and back noticed I'm in a real bad way, decided to help me around to find my friend. Till about 30 minutes later, we're finally reunited like an old senile couple who got separated at the mall. We very eventually make it back to my car. I'm just looking for a legal place to park so we can crash. I find it, we pass out, and the next thing I know, we're being woken up by the sound of my friend's phone going off because it's midday now, and it's his boss asking where he's at because he's late for work, 5 hours away. So I think we can all agree the moral of the story is don't do meth without asking the correct amount of days off work. All right, I gotta get out of here soon, guys. Hell, a little too much to drink. Need to go drive this off. So, porn, huh? I didn't have a segue. I just wanted to talk about it for a minute. The funniest thing in porn to me are those videos with the captions that say, like, husband has romantic, passionate sex with his wife on their honeymoon. Like, who is that for? Just someone looking for that good, clean Christian porn, huh? Like, look at them waiting until marriage to procreate. They're doing the Lord's work. I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy for them. Hey, I'm just celebrating the wedding with them. That's all this is. All right? Every time I get on Pornhub, I think WWJCT. What would Jesus come to? I'm a man of the cloth, and that cloth is a sock. All right? I actually found something online recently I found really interesting. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. There's this group called Fight the New Drug. It's an anti-porn movement comprised of what I assume to be mostly Christians and jealous girlfriends. And they make these posts on their page about how you shouldn't watch porn. You're like, don't watch porn. It turns you into an addict and a pervert. All you want to do is masturbate all day, as if that's not what we're already doing. My favorite post they ever made was this one that said, porn can't love you. Porn can't kiss you. Porn can't hold you. Porn can't let you know that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it also can't lie to you, cheat on you, yell at you, hit you, give you an STD, get pregnant, make you sick to one porn site, make you spend half your paycheck on it, take forever to get ready, take you shopping, never decide where it wants to eat, talk during movies, make you meet its parents, make you buy it a ring, make you shave your pubes, make you listen to it bitch about its friends, take all the covers in bed, complain of a headache every time you're horny, complain you come too fast, complain you take too long to come, complain you come too much, make you wear a condom, get mad about porn you've watched in the past, shut down for maintenance every month, give toothy blowjobs, take up all the bathroom counter space, leave hair all over the shower, fuck with the thermostat, make you say I love you, make you give it a massage, make you cuddle, text you nonstop, break up with you, or make you pay child support. You gotta list the pros with those cons is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm Max Pryce. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Let's not knock that Christian porn. There is an audience for it. All right, I think some of our favorite guys are going to come back up here and give us maybe. Mike, it's your time to shine.
We just got some mozzarella sticks that are cooking up right now. We're gonna
Put that wig on, not backwards. All right. All right.
Here we go.
There you go.
Is it right? Is it right, Steve? How y'all doing tonight? So for our second skit, we have the Mannheim Steamroller Christmas Band Tryouts. So we're going to have Steve or Craig come up first. Steve's going to play the... What do we got there?
My name's Craig.
Oh, this is...
Play the xylophone.
Oh, okay. So we have Craig here. Going to play the xylophone. Just 1 second here. Go ahead, bud.
Picking it up from the second bar. Idiot! All right, here we go.
Thank you.
That was good.
All right. So for his first time doing that was great. It was stupendous. It was stupendous. It was magnificent. Magnificent. Okay, now we have Steve coming up on the. Do you need help with that, bud? Okay, let me get this.
Oh shit!
Steve with the piano.
I won't be easy ever.
Steve on the piano.
It's a very Merry Christmas. I'm not gonna cry this Christmas. No, I ain't gonna cry this Christmas.
I ain't gonna fucking cry this Christmas. No more fucking tears on Christmas. Fuck. Fucking gonna cry happy. Not gonna cry. Ain't no more tears in Christmas.
No more. No more.
Fuck.
Good job, Steve. Good job, bud. Good job. Now we have Jason coming up on the drums.
I don't believe so.
Oh, we do not have Jason coming up on the
I
drums.
believe that's all they've been treated to.
That was it for tonight. We have nobody else doing the tryouts for the Mannheim Steamroller Christmas Band tryouts.
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
Thank you.
We're going to play a quick Christmas extravaganza break, and we're going to bring Reggie up on stage and let the comedians wrap this thing up, and then we're going to get a little weird after that. So, everybody welcome Reggie up to the stage.
What's up, y'all? Clap it up for yourselves for coming out to this dope spot. I like the lights and stuff like that. Super bright, super vibrant. I feel right at home, man. I feel like this spot was made for me. They got a picture of me up front, or Bob Marley. It's one of us. It might be me. It looked like me. I'm not sure. No, nobody got their mask on in this bitch. All right. Well, fuck it. Pass me a blunt then, shit. I'm surprised ain't nobody in here smoking. Damn. That's the only thing it's missing is the smoke cloud. Shit, I don't need no mask for that. I'm tired of these masks anyway, for real, for real. I feel like these masks gonna kill you before that virus, that breath. You know somebody with some hot ass breath and they mad as hell because now they the only one that gotta smell it. They go to the hospital like, no, you don't have corona, but you tested positive for halitosis. Go get that checked out. I feel like you could shoot a little funk ball with your mask like a slingshot, just shoot it at all your foes. Everybody think they a freaking expert when it comes to this virus anyway. Like, come on now. We gotta stop thinking just because someone is wealthy that equates to intelligence, because it doesn't mean someone is smart. Like Bill Gates, for example. Yes, he's smart with computers. What you gonna tell us about a vaccine and my laptop got 20 damn viruses? You fix this computer before you work on a real human body, Mr. Bill Gates. What, you gonna give us a 30-day trial and a floppy disk? I'm not gonna accept it. I know the virus, man, they shut down. Man, I was out in New York, man. They shut the whole city down, man. I had to come back to St. Louis. And normally I drive back, but I flew this time. And that's the last time I will be taking Spirit Airlines. Anybody ever took Spirit before? Man, I got on that plane. That bitch ain't even take off. He drove the whole way there. I said, what the hell? We had to take off the wings to go through the toll booth. He over there in the car, we got a bit of turbulence. I'm like, that is a pothole, sir. We in East St. Louis. And then the stimulus just passed. Woo! 600. Woo! I really thought we was gonna get another 1,200. We wanted more on this little stimulus bill. We were like, yeah, we want another 1,200. We wanted student loan forgiveness, Medicaid, Hennessy, weed. We want everything. And they just gave us 600. Like, here, take it. Like, what? And then we had to wait all day for the stimulus. Like, damn, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting on the Capitol Hill. Y'all remember that? Schoolhouse Rock, that bill was high as fuck. You could tell. He was depressed as hell. He wasn't getting past. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Then he started forgetting his lyrics. Before that first one came through, I was really going through it financially, though. I ain't gonna lie. I knew I was going through something because I tried to get some money out the ATM, and they got like a fee of $2.75. I'm like, whoa. And that's the exact amount I was about to take out. He just gave me a receipt. I was like, Didn't even give my card back. I was like, that's fair. I guess. I done chipped my tooth like 3 months ago. I had to get that shit repaired. Anybody ever chipped a tooth before? I'm embarrassed at how I chipped my tooth, though. I chipped my tooth because I'm a dramatic laugher. I am. Like, if I hear a real funny joke, I'm one of those people that just run off and spin and dash and do all type of shit like, Did you hear what he said? Then repeat the joke all wrong and shit. I'm one of those. My friend, we got this funny inside joke. As soon as I heard it, I just, bam, right into a handicap sign. I'm like, fuck, now I'm handicapped. As soon as I hit it, I just knew my tooth was shit because I felt that little flake hit my tongue like a snowflake. It just fell. And then I did the chip tooth test, and I felt all that air coming out my mouth, and that started to whistle, and I ain't never knew how to whistle before. I say, damn, I think my tooth chipped. And I called my mom. I say, Mama, please tell me I'm on your dental insurance. You 27, baby. I started panicking. I just took the flake off my tongue and put it in a freezer bag. Like, all right, maybe they got to reattach it like a finger. I'm going to take it to the hospital. Go to the emergency room. Turns out the fucking dentist's office, they closed. I chipped it on a Saturday and they closed on Sunday. So I had to walk around this freaking hole in my face. So I went to the iPhone store. I'm like, look, I know y'all fix screens, but what could you do with this tooth? No, not Bluetooth, my tooth. Finally went to the dentist though. And they don't even need like the little piece of the tooth that you lost. I had that shit next to some ground beef and some more shit. I was like, okay. They got like this little substance they use to kind of like to recreate like part of your tooth that went missing, and that's pretty much what she did. She was like, all right. I don't know. I was like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this flake? I know the tooth fairy ain't gonna give me shit for this. Like, bitch leave 10 cents under the pillow. Like, damn. I thought my tooth was bigger than that. She was like, yeah, just don't eat any corn or apples. What about crab legs? Basically, I can't chew on like nothing hard in like front of like I don't know how sturdy it is, because I guess I was talking to some people who had chipped their teeth before. They was like, nah, you'll be fine, you'll be cool. I was like, all right. But I like sucking feet. That's my dilemma. Like when I'm having sex with a girl, yes, I put that fucking big toe in my mouth and I will suck the shit out that motherfucker, blow that bitch like a harmonica, just, and it'll just be just my luck if like the corner of that toenail come across my tooth the wrong way, and then it pop that bitch out, and her feet fucked up, and I'm missing the tooth. It's like ain't nobody having sex at this point. And I like freaky women too. Some women be too freaky for me, because they be wanting you to choke them out like a wrestler. You don't need to be like the UFC, not even a regular choke. You probably be choking her. She, choke me harder. I'm like, I'm almost for certain that's a felony. You start choking her with two hands. She, choke me harder. I just stopped fucking her, put her in a headlock. Bitch, go to sleep. She tried to tap out. Nah, you wanted this. We in an octagon. I'm about to put you in a figure 4. Woo! Don't make me tag my homeboy in. You want me to choke you out any more than this? I'm going to have to get you a Popeye's biscuit. With no water. I don't even think they let you get a Popeye's biscuit without a chaser. You don't want no jelly, no gravy, no nothing. I don't know, y'all. I was had this spot in New York and stuff like that. I just got it before I came back, and it was like a huge upgrade from like my past situation, because at first I was staying with one of my homeboys, but he was staying with his girlfriend, and she was staying with her mama. I don't know who the hell I was staying with, y'all. I just know he used to get like out of hand, like when it came to like him and his girl. It's like he'll just come in just late at night just yelling at her, bitch, you negative energy in this atmosphere. I keep losing on these damn lottery tickets. I'm like, and I be having to intervene like, bruh, look, for one, you unlucky. Two, if your name not on the lease, the least amount of words need to come out your damn mouth. Because if you get put out, I got to go too. Because I done been homeless before though, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I done slept in the vehicle, the car. And ain't nothing worse than sleeping in the car than when you got to fill out a job application. Because you get stuck on one question. What's your address? I ain't know what to put. I just wrote in my license plate number. Like, oh, it's a mobile home right here. I might sell it and become a real estate agent. I feel like every time somebody get in my car, they need to give me a housewarming gift. Like, nigga, bring a wrench, a hammer, or something. But since I've been back, like, in St. Louis and stuff, I've been, like, traveling, like, throughout, like, some of my old neighborhoods. Because I've been gone for a while, like 3 years. But last time I visited was probably, like, I don't know, 6 months before everything. But I couldn't help but to drive past, like, my old middle school. And it had me thinking about the teachers I used to have when I went there. And, like, my middle school teacher, he was one of those real strict guys. I remember we be in class, and he'd just have us sitting down. He'd be like, look here, I'm going to tell you guys this because y'all other teachers, they not going to tell y'all. I'm like, what's up? What's going on? He say, half you guys are going to die before you reach age 21. And we was only in middle school, y'all. But I found it even more fucked up. We was in special ed, and it was only 2 of us in there. I'm like, damn. I got a 50-50 chance of surviving. I'm like, I may be a little slow, but I know that 2 people is 100% of this classroom. I instantly tried to kill the other dude. Like, man, one of us got to go, man. I done choked him out, punched him in the helmet. Like, fuck, his defense is impeccable. That's the last time I fight somebody in special ed, y'all. He was strong. His offense was just as good as his defense. He done charged that motherfucking punch up. He had a special. And depleted my health bar. I knew it was off because my glasses flew off. Once my glasses was off, that was it. I'm like, damn. I started to see 2 of them. I'm like, it's a 33% chance now. I'm not finna fight both of y'all. You know you got beat up in school when the other guy gets suspended for more days than you. That's confirmation that you got your ass beat. They gave that man 200 days, but gave me detention. What that tell you? I'm like, send me home. I'm the one that need to heal. 200 days, that's a long time to be suspended. Like, I ain't seen him to the end of the school year. I ain't had no time to make amends. You know, the end of the school year, you got to fight again. Like, this is unfair. Y'all know what I noticed, though, since I've been back in St. Louis? Y'all know we said they had, like, one of the best zoos? Y'all know that? Do y'all think we really got one of the best zoos, though? Let's be honest. Are we, is it the best compared to the other zoos, or is it the best because it's the best? You never been to a zoo before? Listen, zoos in general are terrible. Have you ever been to the zoo as an adult? We're not talking about a kid. As an adult, it's a different experience versus when you go. Them animals look depressed as fuck. They the real ones that's quarantined. Just imagine, like, every time you in the house, somebody just walking through, just peeking through your window, seeing your ugly ass just sitting down, being a fucking slob. You unhappy. You don't realize how fucked up zoos is till you go there and it be the same zebra since you was 12. The stripes then slid off. It's a horse now. I'm like, Majesty, is that you? When did you evolve? The polar bears out in the sun. You know what that make them? Solar bears. I don't need trust zoos because every time I order food, one of the animals go missing. We got to do something about these zoos. Free the animals and free the dolphins. I think a dolphin will survive in the Mississippi River. That bitch gonna hop out like, nigga, put me on land. That motherfucker gonna get hit with so many dead bodies and debris. You know what else I don't like? Humane societies either. I don't like humane society. I don't know, man. Because I had to get my dog euthanized, which is a fancy name for murder. I hated the whole thing though. Cause like when you take your animal, she was very old, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't see her suffer no more, so I did what I felt was best for her. But like when you take your animal up there, what the vet does is they unsheath these like syringes. And he had 2 syringes, and he took one of the syringes and slowly injected it into my dog until she passed away. And I was happy because she was relieved of the pain she was going through. But the vet, he was like, Reggie, I'm really sorry for your loss. And I know you loved her. That'll be $60. I'm like, damn, is you a vet or a hitman? How you gonna charge me to kill my dog? $60 at that. And I know it sounds fucked up, but I don't feel right him charging me for something I could have did myself. A brick would have did the same thing as a syringe. It's hypothetical though, y'all. It's hypothetical though, y'all. It's a brick. Like, I'm just saying, like, I Am Legend, when Will Smith killed his dog, he didn't want to do it, but he did still. I had to ask him, I'm like, well, what's the other syringe for? He like, oh, this other syringe, this just in case you didn't have the $60. I say, oh shit. Well, just put the receipt in the body bag, Mr. Assassin. Y'all know they charge you extra if you want them to keep the deceased animal, though? Yeah. So they basically try to pin the body on you. Now I'm riding around with a dead dog in the car. I didn't put the seatbelt on her because she kept tumbling off the seat. I'm like, now you want to roll over. I was scared, though, because I'm like, man, what if I get pulled over by the cops and an officer white? You know how much white people love dogs. You could tell by how the laughter changed when it got dark about the dogs. He was like, oh, no, I don't know if my heart could take that. That should tell you how much white people love dogs. And white people got a different type of love for dogs because y'all got health insurance. I had to pay cash for my tooth. Your motherfucking dog go straight in there and get a new one. White people animals be having the best health insurance a fucking animal could have. What you lose? You lose something? It's okay. I know the dog jokes. They hitting close to home. I know. I mean, but you know my pain though, right? White people dogs will be living for a long time though. I don't even think white people dogs die. Like, soon as a white person dog get old and shit, what the fuck? Y'all get this bitch a whole wheelchair for the back legs. He got a robotic arm, the red Terminator eye. Just look at Speedy. He's just so happy with his new legs. He's 85 in human years. Damn. He's a full-bred chihuahua. Nah, bitch, that's a cyborg. You got a robot. You got to plug it in the wall and charge it, like update it like the latest iPhone. You can't even kiss it no more. Fucking shock your tongue. Like, damn, this dog tastes like a Duracell battery. Like, once the dog stop going, earth, put it in the earth, is ready to go. Can't keep your dog alive forever. Have y'all seen Blue's Clues? When was the last time y'all seen Blue's Clues? Y'all remember Blue's Clues though? Who was the last person you remembered? Steve, right? You remember Steve, right? Who the fuck got Blue now? Steve is not there no more. Who? It was somebody else, right? It was Joe, and now somebody else got the fuck. What that tell you? Blue is outliving all his fucking owners. Steve is dead. Steve is gone. And Blue is still a fucking puppy. That's some good ass health insurance. Fucking handy dandy notebook, handy dandy health insurance. It's just the shit that I think about, y'all. Y'all know what else I think about? I was having a heated debate earlier this month. And it was like a simple question, y'all. What would you rather have? And y'all seem like a cool audience, so I want y'all to participate in this. But I want y'all to think about it before y'all just blurt out any answers, okay? What would you rather have? Ghosts or roaches? Deliberate. Do 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 do. Think about it. Right, because if you said roaches, I would feel like you had them shits already. Ghosts. You can't even have edibles laying around your house if you got roaches, for one. The roaches eat your edibles, they be high as fuck. You cut the light on, they don't even move. Now you got to manually slide them under your refrigerator. Like, shit. You got company over. What are all these roaches, baby? Them olives. You don't see them moving, do you? Roaches move. You spraying with the Raid, they get higher. Hit me again. You kind of got an excuse if you got ghosts, though. You'd be like, look, my grandma died, and she's spiritually attached to something in this house. Boom. You ain't got to dig too deep. People going to get scared before they ask too many questions. Roaches, what you going to say? You just got to be honest. You got to tell them straight up. Look, man, and that's how you got to start it off. Look, man, I'm nasty. Should have washed the dishes 3 months ago. I'm sick. People throw all type of excuses of why they got roaches. Man, I got the cold, man. What you expect? I can't see why somebody would pick the roaches over ghosts, though. Because ghosts, they racist as fuck. Ghosts, they more racist than Karens. I'm finna tell y'all why. This how y'all know ghost racist. You ain't never seen a ghost possess no little black kid. I ain't never seen no ghost go to the hood, get a little Dante, a Jameek, a Reggie, a Man. Why don't the ghosts possess the little black kids? I think the ghost might know something, though. As soon as he possessed a little black kid, and you know they do that little weird exorcist thing when they spin the neck around, black mama gonna slap that bitch right back around. Get out my baby! Bow! Whoa! Turn your shit to a fidget spinner. And ghosts be dizzy as fuck. Like, what was that? A whirlwind? Ghosts be like, yeah, I'm about to go possess a Karen, son with some privilege. He was up there talking to the kid. Do she always hit you like this when you not possessed? What if it was a ghost roach? Woo! That's a plot twist for your ass. How the hell would you kill a ghost roach? You would need like a priest with a motherfucking Timberland boot to just come through that motherfucker like, where they at? The power of these boot compels you. I'm so thankful to be here doing comedy, though, y'all, man. I'm so glad y'all came out and stuff like that, man. Because at first, you know what I'm saying, before I really start taking off in comedy, I was doing Uber, and I hated Uber. I actually got into a car accident a while back. I got hit by a drunk driver. Well, it was a middle-aged Asian lady, but same thing. I got hit. She was playing Mario Kart, man. I swear. She skirt, boom. She threw the shell at me and everything. I was like, fuck, I was in first. You know, as soon as you go get in a car accident, you got to go to the hospital immediately. Because you know what they say, a minor setback for a major settlement check. So, boom. As soon as you go to the hospital, they give you a pop quiz, though. Like, you be hurt. Sir, what is your pain 1 to 10? Easiest question ever. 11. You know you got to exaggerate a little bit. I'm talking as soon as I walked in the hospital. My neck, my back, my fingers. I was naming shit I didn't even have. My clitoris, my titties, help me. They send you to physical therapy, which kind of sucked. Because they used to actually like massage your back, but they don't even do that no more. They hook these electric patches to your back, and they shock you for 15 minutes, and you leave out in worse condition than when you walked in. And majority of the people that work at physical therapy, they was all Asian, and they looked just like the lady that hit me. I was scared as shit. I'm like, oh, you care to finish the job off, huh? Yeah, but I got hit while I was doing Uber and stuff like that. And Uber was cool. Only thing I ain't really like about it is the passengers. And the fact they get to rate you 1 to 5 stars. Like, who are you? Like, 1 to 5 stars. All I'm saying is, if you arrive alive, I need that 5. If you die, you can give me whatever rating you want. But if you get out that car and you still breathing, I better have 6 motherfucking stars. But I ain't gonna lie though, y'all. My rating, it was kind of low. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I be kind of hot taking some of them passengers home. I done drove to my house. I forgot the dude was in the back seat. I said, where the fuck you come from, man? I'm like, what are you doing in my car? I'm like, look, man, just take what you need. Please don't shoot me. And crazy part is, he was high too. He thought I kidnapped him. Help! Let me out of this Toyota. Get this rope off me. He had the seatbelt on. Who dog is this? I'm like, well, we got to dispose of that body. Hey, man, y'all been an amazing crowd, man. Follow me. Follow me on Instagram, y'all, Reggie_Kush, man. I appreciate y'all. Keep supporting the establishment, man. And give it up for the next act, man. I'm out. Peace.
Reggie Edwards, guys, that was awesome. All of the comedians deserve a giant round of applause tonight. Meredith Hopping, Will O'Donnell, Max Pryce, Reggie Edwards. Everybody give it up for them one last time. Jason Long? Jason Long, he makes this whole space possible. Here's what we're gonna do. We got sponsors for the show. We're kind of a big deal. We're gonna throw up about 7 minutes of commercials. And then, you want someone to do it now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just do it now. Sorry, sponsors. Fuck you. We go 5 days a week now. You get your commercials tomorrow.
Yeah, we're good. We've got the momentum rolling here.
So how are we gonna do this, bud? Are we gonna ask the crowd to join in?
Yeah, this is a participation thing. So if you guys want to join in, feel free.
We were asked if we would do some caroling.
Yes.
I don't know any lyrics to any Christmas songs. I mean, I know a few.
Well, yeah. So we thought a medley would be the best thing.
Right. Like, okay. So, what do we start off with? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Ready? You guys remember? It's a thing. Participate. Ready?
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
It's the holiday season. And scoop-dee-doo, scoop-dee-doo, scoop.
Silent night, holy night.
jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open away in the manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus. It's the holidays. Doop, doop. Doop, 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 boop, doop, 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 doop. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. It's the holiday season. And scoop-dee-doo, and scoop-dee-da. Don't you? Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, yeah. Santa Claus is coming in Steve's mouth.
This has been the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. We're live every Monday night from 7 to 9. Every morning, Tuesdays through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. We like to talk about weird stuff. Usually it's cannabis and psychedelic-centric. Tonight we talked about killing dogs.
Yeah, you know, they nailed the
killing
drug
dogs.
crowd.
They did get the drug crowd. Especially, dude, our meth contingent is fucking
skyrocketing into the future.
Let's go do some bumps.
Let's do it, man. All right, end the show. Let's go.
All right, guys.
Let's wrap this up. Let's go.
Thanks again to all the comedians. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Tune in the mornings. We got sponsors. Should we mention them?
No.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from James Carlton, State Farm, Ms. Marketing, Native Hemp Extract. Native Hemp Extract made some Delta 8 gummies available if you guys want to try them on the way out, right before you operate your motor vehicle, preferably. And then, we got Grow Active Solutions. They make stuff
Grow
possible.
weed at home.
Adam Bundren wants you to call him tonight. Everybody in this room,
at 3 a.m.
call Adam Bundren tonight in between the hours of 1:30 a.m. and 3. He's the only real estate agent we know open 24 hours a day, and that means he wants to talk to you in the middle of the night about all of your real estate needs. You need a cozy bungalow? Call him up at 3. Say, talk to me, dirty bungalow style.
He's like, oh, you want to talk dirty bungalow style?
Yeah, I eat bungalows, bud.
For breakfast.
Which is in 3 hours.
Okay, and then the ruthless murderer, James Carlton.
James Carlton, if you don't buy insurance from you, will
Kill
put
somebody.
a garrote around your throat and just slowly draw the breath out of you. He will murder you. But the safest bet against not being murdered is being in his book of business. Go to James Carlton, State Farm, CarltonInsurance.net, 314-961-4800.
People who get his insurance never die.
Anybody that's in this room tonight, for all you freaks at home that didn't make it, we saw all of your comments on the line, really filleting the comedians, which never happens for Steve and I, which maybe pay a little respect.
Yeah, come on now.
For all you
for
fucking uninvited losers, everybody in this room's getting a discount at Sweet Leaf tonight. So. Sweet Leaf Emporium's open in Festus. Jason's blowing glass and blowing customers. That's what's happening. That's what we do around here.
Blowing glass and blowing ass, if you ask me.
Yeah, that too. Happy holidays.
It's the holiday season. And scoop-dee-doo.
And ski-doo-wee-bop.
That's it.
That's Steve's favorite Christmas song. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yule, Happy Solstice. Go check out Jupiter and Saturn. Go check out Jupiter, if you will. Hit them with those N logos, Mikey, and kill those mics. Thanks a bunch, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.